Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream on a Wednesday. You get me, 5 p.m. UK time. We have rescheduled the Thursday show to Wednesdays at 5 because these frauds always make up excuses. So we're here. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. Every single one of you guys right here, right now, as you're walking in, as you're entering the stream, whether you're watching this on the replay or wherever the hell you're watching this, make sure you guys are liking, make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel. Can both of you fraud switch on your camera? This guy typing in the comment section, the other guy with his mic off. Just switch on your camera so I can bloody introduce both of you bums. Thank you. Anyway, joining us wearing the color yellow to represent for Judging Gardens that he's playing tomorrow. Man like Lewis is in the building. How doing, Lewis, mate?
Your garden?
Yeah, they wear yellow, no?
No. PSG. Your garden, bro. We got bigger fish to fry, man. I let Paris, all of that shit. Oui, bonjour, everything. Big up everybody, though. Great to be back. Glad this isn't title talk like it was last time. No surprises or nothing. And yeah, hopefully we don't get any surprises tonight either. So we don't get any other.
It's been a long
surprises.
time since the whole chill guy gimmick now. Like it's just that whole thing is done. This the drain now.
No, but like now I do feel chill again. I only need 4 points and then I'm good.
True.
We go beat Newcastle. We beat Man United's C team the week after. I don't even have to win at Forest. Up the Chelsea.
Beating Man United. I've done content with you for way too long to just.
Ain't no way this time, man. They're not even taking it
You
serious.
say this before every time.
Yeah, but at least they played their first team. This time
You
it's
say
literally
this every time you're about to play.
It's gonna be Mount and children. If we don't beat that team, I don't want Champions League. We don't deserve it. It's like
Fair.
that. If they really fuck us up like that, then forget it. Go to Forest and lose.
Fairs. Joining us next on the channel, the other Lewis. You get me. Also in a top 4 race with him now. You get me. Hi, LB.
Yo, big up, man. What we're saying. Hope you guys are good, innit? Yo, big up the chat. We are here live for some Arsenal glaze, as we always do on this channel. So,
What do you mean
man.
Arsenal glaze? Why? Since when do we Arsenal glaze over here?
Nah, this is an Arsenal glaze TV, innit?
No,
That's
it's
what
not.
you should- Yeah,
No, it's
bro.
not.
You're always
No, it's
glazing
not.
Arsenal,
Did
bro.
you see what I said to Arteta yesterday? Are you mad? Me Arsenal glaze.
What did you say? What did you say?
I will show you right now. First of all, let me introduce the Arsenal fan. Hi, Ashraf. You good, mate?
Hey, I'm good. Hello, man. How you guys doing?
I'm great.
chilling.
I'm good.
Good, bro.
Hope you are.
Watch this. Oh my God, you always glaze Arsenal. You're such a fraud, honestly. Here. You're gonna share right now. Share screen. Just debunk your logic direct. Watch this. Mikel Arteta is slowly becoming one of the most dislikable managers in the world. Look how he disrespects Liverpool in the press conference when talking about their title win.
Liverpool has won the title with less points than we have in the last 2 seasons.
Let me correct you, Mikel. Arsenal 2 seasons ago that only lost the league because of the Saliba injury had 81 points after 35 games. Arsenal last season, who won 16 out of the last 18 games, had 80 points, and Liverpool have 82 points. And the only reason why we won the league on 82 points is because your team wasn't good enough. It's because you drew to Fulham. It's because you drew to Chelsea. It's because you drew to Everton. It's because you lost to Bournemouth home and away. Don't blame us for your ineptitude and your failure. Respect 20-time Premier League champions, 20-time champions, Liverpool Football Club, the biggest club in England. Sit down on the floor. Mikel Arteta. There you go. Have you seen me cook Igal in any of the shorts? Arsenal glaze.
Thank you, mate. Thank you, mate.
By the way,
Thank
he
you,
didn't.
mate.
You took that out of context, Hassan, you know what you were doing.
Thank you, mate.
I did not do anything. You cannot.
You're
say
a content creator. I can tell you're a content creator.
He
cannot
created some
say stuff like
content
this
there,
with
man.
my
You
Those
should
are
be a journalist. The way he took it and just like, bruh, Sam could be a journalist. I'm not lying.
Cannot disrespect
Took
Liverpool
it out
Football
of
Club. like that.
context, bro.
Speaking of disrespect, guys, we've got 600 people in the building already. We're not even at 100 likes. You guys are all a bunch of Kai Havertzes in the chat. And if I were you, I wouldn't take it. But it's true. You're all Kai Havertzes. You're all Darwin Núñez's in the chat. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. See? Do you want to be this guy? Do you want to be this guy?
Better.
No, you do not. No, you do not. You want to know how you can stop being this guy? By liking the video. So like the video right now.
Reason they have a Champions League, but I don't like him anyway. So
If you had to pick between one of your two favorite teams, which one would you pick? Eco
Fucking
Falls.
great super chat that.
Two of my favorite teams. Have you seen what I've done to Igal this whole
Big
season?
up Echo Falls, man. Don't have gaslight.
Why are you bigging him up, you bum?
Because he's spitting the facts.
Shall I show you what I've done to Igal this season? Well,
Go on.
watch this.
More
Watch
content.
this. So
yeah.
much for my favorite team. I've cooked. Bro, Lewis is not reacting to what you're saying because he knows about A-list. Lucky with injuries last year again.
We were relatively lucky with injuries last season, but that doesn't apply to this season.
You asked me straight, I answered straight. Okay, we're relatively lucky as well. Yeah.
Why does one word change the whole premise of the conversation?
Last season, we had the Spurs game. We had the McAllister red card that was rescinded. We had Odegaard playing NBA in our penalty box. We had Doku switching
Even if
music.
you got the penalty, you would
Yeah,
only
when
be-
I speak, we had Doku switching music to McAllister. Factually, VAR, of course, he goes now in the middle
I
of
think
me,
Jackson had a handball in our first game.
Jackson had a handball penalty.
Getting water, bro.
against Factually, Liverpool should have had 9 extra points last season, and this was Liverpool's injury list. We're in February, right?
You want me to count the points for us this season?
This was Liverpool's injury list last season. Here we go. Salah. No. Where does this whole thing come from? Lewis, have I not cooked Arsenal all year long?
Yes. Yes.
Come on, man. What's this?
We got you on the
fucking
right side from like October, November onwards. It was
Deep
whenever
down,
they
guys.
conceded 15 goals.
Deep down,
Respect,
there is
man.
there's a
Respect.
deep down, bro. There's a glaze there. We all know it.
There is no glaze. I've been cooking Arsenal all season. What glaze, Habibi? Have some shame. Have some
Basically,
shame.
you're still paying for saying that they were going to break our goals conceded record. That's why.
Coming into this season, this is supposed to be their year. We all know this. And then they fucked it up. It's not my fault. Big up to you, Eco Falls. Guys,
I
no
know.
one predicted Liverpool to win the league after signing Chiesa. Let's all cut the bullshit here. Come on. Where are we going with this? No one predicted this. Stop it. We all agreed, by the way, third Liverpool and a Carabao Cup or a FA Cup. That's what we said. No one expected this. So yeah, we did our thing. Big up to Aditya, which actually starts us perfectly with the right topic. It's LB, more LB, Carefree Lewis G, Ashraf Talks Football, all in the description. Go give them a subscribe. You get me? Despite the fact, guys, LB only has an hour today because he's such a celebrity. So now I've got to pre-book him like 5 days before, shit like this. Never forget where it came from, LB. You get me? Never forget where it came from. Anyway, let's start off by talking about Arsenal because it's the big game today. Not because of glaze, because it's actually a Champions League night. You get me? Big up to Aditya, says Chelsea fans wearing PSG shirts to troll Arsenal is like a failed wife flaunting someone else's husband. Desperate, shameless, and still alone at the end. What do you think?
Half your fan base flaunts Havertz's UCL goal.
True.
who does?
True. Lewis, you started us off as a Chelsea fan. Tell me what you think of tonight's game.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait because this is going to be an actual cauldron that they're walking into. And I think even if they end up playing Marino up top, like what I saw from PSG's attack and their midfield is enough to give me confidence that they're going to see it through in the second leg. Now, everything's still to play for. It is still 1 goal. Like, I'm not going to act like the tie's finished, but I also think PSG are just good enough to keep playing their game and to end up leaving with whatever is enough to go through to the final, whether it's a victory, whether it's even a draw. Because I expect Kvaratskhelia, Doué, Dembele to cause them enough problems in the final third. The midfield, they won that battle without Partey. I think Partey helps them, but I don't think it completely turns the tables in Arsenal's favour. And defensively, I could hear that PSG could be got at, especially from set pieces. But if it isn't a set piece, I do think PSG are also capable of being able to handle them. Because I don't think Arsenal's attack is amazing. So Arsenal could do something. They're definitely capable of it. But I think PSG just have enough and more than enough to compete and also dominate and also have the home advantage to help them. Because I think that's going to be another factor as well. Arteta asked for the energy and he got fans leaving 15 minutes before full time. 1-0 down at home. That's not going to be the case at PSG. They're going to be backing the team from the start. That they're going to have an atmosphere that dunks on every English team. Full stop. And I expect them to win. So I look forward to the football. I look forward to it.
I think today's game is going to be first of all, big up Inter Milan and Barcelona for giving us an elite game yesterday. You get me? Unlike Pep Ball that puts us all to sleep, now there's a lot more jeopardy involved. You get me? You don't have to yawn 3/4 of the way throughout the game. I think today's game is going to be amazing as well. I really do. I look forward to the game. I actually think it's going to be a good game. But I do think Arsenal will win today's game. Let me just ask the chat something. Put 1 in the chat. Forget predictions. Put 1 in the chat if you think PSG go through. Put 2 in the chat if you think Arsenal go through. Let's see. Do I see more 1s or more 2s in the chat? 1 PSG, 2 Arsenal, because PSG are at home. So just tell me 1 if you think PSG go through, 2 if you think Arsenal go through. Did I see this correctly?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Hello,
man.
Arsenal fan. What's going on?
I wish it wasn't true, but I wish I could disagree with everything Lewis said, but I don't actually. I feel like people are trying to gaslight Arsenal fans into something like, obviously we have a chance, 100%. Anyone who says we're done and we're out, we have no chance is stupid, because that's not how football works, and we're 1 goal down. We're not 3 or 4 goals down. Yes, Partey being back is definitely going to get us, hopefully make us better. Moreno up top. I never thought I'd say this a couple of months ago. But Moreno up top is definitely going to make us better. But I think there's just too many things for us to overcome. Too many. If this was at the Emirates, I probably would have said I think we can go through, or I think we will go through. But at the Parc des Princes, 1 goal down. Obviously, we don't wish injury in anyone, but the fact that Dembele had a hamstring injury was some positive news. I was like, okay, you know what? I hope he takes a bit longer to recover. You know, take his time. Don't rush it. But turns out he is rushing, and Enrique said that he's fit to play. I don't know, man. Like, everything has gone against it. And look, I know people will talk about Kivior. He's been good the last couple of weeks, but he's still no Gabriel. Like, he still has a mistake in him. And the funny thing is, the other guy who's supposed to have no mistakes in him has been having nothing but mistakes the last 3-4 games in Saliba. So there's a lot of things. We need Odegaard to have a very good game, which has not been the case this season. We need our centre backs to be on point.
And you're not giving me any confidence. I need you to win.
I genuinely think it's like a 20% at best, 30% chance at best, and that's just me like trying to be positive a little bit, because man, again,
that's
they have
being positive. Yeah, Habibi, that's
genuinely, guys. They have
is you being
zero. They have 0 players missing.
Ashraf,
right?
you're 1-0
Sorry,
down.
I lied. I lied.
You're 1-0
They
down.
have
It's 1-0.
1-0 down at the Parc des Princes against one of the most informed teams, while we are not in the best form. What do you mean? There's lots of things to overcome. 1-0 down, we can overcome. I think we can.
Manchester City won at the Parc des Princes. Liverpool won at the Parc des Princes. Dortmund won at the Parc des Princes.
Man City didn't. They lost 4-2.
We lost 4-2.
True.
They lost 4-2.
But we were shit at that point.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Manchester City are shit though.
Yeah. And look, when Atletico Madrid beat, because I think Atletico Madrid beat them at the Parc des Princes, but they were not the same PSG though. Like, we all know that they were not as strong. Again, if this was at the Emirates, I think we would have won. I think we would have gone through. But at the Parc des Princes and coming back from 1 goal deficit, I think might be a bit too much. I definitely don't think we'll get snapped up.
Season. Atletico Madrid, Liverpool, Nice.
Yeah, Nice, fair enough. To be honest, Nice, they started their full team. So anyone who says, they didn't care about the game, it's BS. I watched that game.
For the winner for us.
Yeah, but you know that's an anomaly, Hussam. They should have won that game comfortably. So unless we get that lucky where they miss 3 or 4 sitters again, if they miss those kind of chances, yes, I think, because I definitely think we'll score. I find it very difficult to believe we don't score a single goal. But are you telling me they're going to miss 3 or 4 sitters again?
I
actually think PSG ain't going to score today.
You think it's going to be a 0-0?
No,
I think Arsenal win 2-0.
I feel like Hussam is doing this thing of, let me put up Arsenal, and then when they fall, the fall is
I'm not. I actually believe it. I'm
You know I caught you. You know I caught you.
Yeah.
You're really trying to build them up to drop them.
Guys, let
He
me tell you
is,
something.
yeah.
Let me tell you something. Yesterday, something elite happened. Rafinha and Lamine Yamal dropped down to 3rd and 4th in Ballon d'Or rankings. 2nd is Salah. You know who's first? Ousmane Dembele. Arsenal, I know you have something for me. Arsenal,
can I be honest?
I know we have had a rocky
Rafinha
relationship this year, but you are gonna push my guy to a Ballon d'Or. This
I
has to
genuinely
happen.
feel Rafinha wins
This
it.
has to happen this year. It's gonna happen, inshallah. All I need is for Dembele get knocked out today. Dembele got knocked out today. Salah Ballon d'Or, loading, habibi. Loading. Premier League PR, all this. And at the
But
end
why
of
do you
the day,
think Salah
Arsenal
wins
come up
it
against-
though?
Say
I
that
think
again?
Yamal gets it. I think Yamal gets it regardless.
Yeah,
No,
why do you
think
think
Yamal
Salah
gets
wins it when
Based on who?
No, not
LB.com,
Yamal.
he's in 4th place right now. Hold that.
not Yamal, I'm talking about Rafinha.
It's my opinion. I
Rafinha.
reckon Yamal gets it.
Rafinha's 3rd. And Barca now, because they didn't win it, are going to split votes.
Yamal gets it. I think.
The thing is,
Also,
yeah, having two
Barcelona-
players there.
Also,
Yeah.
Barcelona are not in the Club World Cup.
Salah ain't gonna get it. No one's watched a Liverpool game for about 3 months, mate.
LB, you represent yourself. You don't represent the facts. The facts are
The
Dembele
facts are
is
Liverpool got knocked out in
Dembele
the
are currently
quarterfinals, so no
30%
one's
to win
seen
it.
Salah for about 2 months because no one's been watching Liverpool games because you've had the title wrapped up since December.
First of all, Dembele is 30% to win it. Salah is 22% to win it. Rafinha 16 and Yamal 12.
Yeah, and the fact that you
Yeah.
got knocked out in the
I'm trying to get to
quarterfinals
the 30%
does not help
guy.
Salah
man.
one little bit, mate.
LB, you are how old are you, LB?
There.
So no
30.
one from Inter's up for it.
But no, that's why also Arsenal winning is good for me because no Arsenal or Inter player can win Ballon d'Or. None of them are having Ballon d'Or level seasons. And on top of that as well, Napoli are going to win Serie A. so they can't even do the double. Obviously, Liverpool have won the Premier League. So even if Arsenal win the UCL, it makes no difference to me. At the end of the day, Barca players will split votes.
Barca will split votes, you're right.
Yeah. Because
You're
they
right.
didn't win
That
it.
actually is a
If
downside
they
for
did
them.
win it, they would
That's
have
a
all
downside.
went to one guy. Type thing.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Barcelona are not in Club World Cup, so they have nothing to say with this summer.
But the thing
Anyway.
is, Inter Milan and PSG are in the Club World Cup.
Yes. However, Real Madrid winning Club World Cup is good for me because Vinny and Mbappe are not going to win it. They've had way too shit of
stinking
seasons.
out the gap. Can we get
I
back
don't
to talk
think they'll
about
win.
Arsenal here in this chat in this game?
Yeah, I am
I'm-
talking about Arsenal. I'm the only one here who thinks Arsenal will win 2-0.
Yeah, I know, which is kind of mad. I find it
He's
very
saying it for us.
strange how you guys are so confident that PSG are not going to score because I'm very confident that PSG do score. I'm surprised that you guys are sitting there with chest saying you think PSG are not going to score tonight.
Especially
many times
seeing
have
as
they-
Arsenal have to go out and chase the game. I hear it.
They have only not scored at the Parc des Princes once this season. That was Liverpool. Yeah, I meant to believe that some reason that they're not going to score tonight.
Yeah,
But then
listen,
do you
Saliba
believe that they'll
back and Van
concede by
Dijk,
that
innit?
logic?
He has to show it today.
Do you believe that they'll concede?
I think that they might concede one.
PSG are going to concede 100%.
But
because
I struggle to
concede a
see
lot of
where
goals.
Arsenal's goals come from. Do they?
Set piece.
One,
Where the fuck else?
one,
LB?
one, none, one, two.
There you go.
Two. I guess
This
that's
is all at home.
City, mate. Yeah, this is at home, but you need 2 goals. bro, if they
Exactly.
score. If they score, you
Yeah,
need
yeah.
another one.
Assuming we only score one, which by the way, I agree with you. I don't think we lose. I think we draw the game.
Well, I've got
I think
for
we
1-1,
draw.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd be
same.
amazed if PSG
Same.
do not score a goal tonight. Amazed with that front line,
Same.
that midfield. I'd be stunned if you got out there with a goal with a clean sheet.
Wow. Getting mocked by Leeds fans. That's crazy.
No, I don't disagree with them. I think I've said this at Sat's show after the game as well. I think our fans who went to the stadium that day are a massive, massive disgrace. They talk about global fans. So you're not from here, but that's bro. Why don't you show us how the fans there support was the worst kind of support? Just because we conceded a goal in the 3rd minute, they went quiet the whole game. And these things affect the game. 100% they affect the game. Anyone who thinks fans don't have any part to play is just insane. The home advantage doesn't come from the pitch. It comes from the fans and the way they sing and the way they support. I agree with them. And that tifo is the worst tifo in probably in football history. And this is why, and I said this, and I honestly I don't give a shit how bad people take this. I think our club and a lot of English clubs, for whatever reason, even though there's a lot to celebrate in history, I think they lack culture when it comes to football. Because when you go to the other stadiums and other countries, the way these fans support, I saw PSG's tifo, I don't know if it's this season or last season, when they had that dragon with all the titles on it. Dortmund's multiple tifos that they do, the other tifos you see all around, like in other countries, even in freaking Arab countries. When you see Al Hilal and all these other clubs do these crazy tifos, and you're like, why don't they do that in England? These are bigger clubs.
Al
more
Faisali
historic.
in Jordan has amazing tifos. I'm not even lying.
Bro, this is what I'm
actually-
saying, and I'm not even trying to insult. Like, I'm not like insulting the country or anything. This is what English football has so much history, and the clubs are probably bigger outside Real Madrid and Barcelona. They're bigger than most other clubs. You would think that the football culture would be strong there, but I guarantee you, some fans there probably think, "Oh, this is beneath me to get up and sing ole 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 and all that." They probably, this is beneath me. Like, I don't know if it's high class people or some shit like that that they think this is beyond me. It's mad. It's mad.
You guys, man. Why? So no one's giving Arsenal any hope?
You are.
What
Go on,
is
explain to us then why you've come.
Except
to
Newcastle
2-0.
fans. Sorry, Newcastle fans are amazing. Yeah, I agree with Sophie.
Go
Newcastle
on, then.
fans are.
Why are you giving a 2-0 prediction, bro?
The reason why I'm giving 2-0 prediction is because I think Arsenal are going to score 2 set pieces and they're going to keep a clean sheet. You get me?
He does not believe any of this chat. He doesn't.
But Sam,
believe any
outside
of
the
this.
Salah, yeah, leave the Salah
doesn't
Ballon d'Or.
look
Be
at him.
honest now.
Fraud. You do not believe anything you're talking
I
about.
predicted
right now.
Arsenal 2-0. I'm not lying. Why would I lie on a prediction that makes no difference to my life, LB?
Say wallah, you think we will win 2-0.
You've just explained that Salah winning the Ballon d'Or means a whole lot to you.
Yeah. Say wallah,
Take
you
us
think we'll
there.
win 2-0.
Take us there, Odegaard. Take us there. Odegaard, I need you,
Yeah,
mate.
exactly. That's what I'm
Odegaard,
saying.
Saka, I need you, my
Okay.
mates. Liver Arsenal, Arspool, whatever you want to say. Let's fucking go, bro. Take me to a Ballon d'Or. Let's go. Guys, Arsenal are going to win today's game. I think they're going to score 2 set pieces. I've seen when we went to the Parc des Princes this year. Stop smiling because you smiling.
Yeah,
makes me
I guess
laugh.
Sam doesn't want to be serious today. Okay.
He's
Bro,
not
I'm being
serious,
serious,
bro.
so I cannot predict Arsenal to win.
Habibi,
Why
you
acting
just
like
say
it's
this?
Bournemouth versus PSG.
Wallahi, if you say this, I'll be quiet. Say wallah, you think Arsenal will win today. Just say that. I'll be quiet then.
I don't know what will happen.
No. I didn't ask you to
Allah
predict.
ba'alam al-ghayb,
I
habibi,
said
I don't know.
no. Stop. Don't dance around. I said, say wallah, you think Arsenal will win today. It's not that difficult.
I don't know what will happen today. I cannot predict.
Exactly. There you go, guys.
I
There you
cannot
go.
predict the game, but I do
That
believe
tells you
Arsenal,
everything you need to
I'm
know.
tending more towards Arsenal win. I think Arsenal are going to get it today. I think Arsenal are going to score 2 set pieces. Then they're going to keep a clean sheet. I that's how I think Arsenal will go through. I think
Hopefully.
today. Habibi, you're an Arsenal fan. You don't believe in your own club. Wallahi, aib. You're an
Habibi, I think
you're down
you didn't
1-0,
ask me-
Habibi. Why you act like you're down
Habibi,
6-0?
are you asking me to come here and take the pom-poms and start cheering, or are you asking me to give an honest, unbiased prediction? I can do either
No,
one.
I am not asking you to.
I'll
start
find
cheering.
pom-pom
I'll-
like material.
He's been what
No,
he's
but-
been is authentic. He's been authentic and honest,
Yeah, exactly.
which is more than can be said for you.
This Al Faisal Tifo right here. Look at this. Biggest club in Jordan. Big up Al Faisal FC. My club.
Come on.
Anyway. Guys.
I didn't see anything. I don't know if it was just me.
No, it was you, bro. I seen it.
Yeah, that was you.
Okay, fair. Yeah, it
that was
didn't load for me. Sorry.
Big up. Thing is, I just think Arsenal are gonna win today's game. I think they're solid defensively. Obviously they've got I know Gabriel is not fit, but Kivior has been playing really well. No one can deny this. Kivior has been playing really well lately. I think he's
And
performed really
Saliba's
well.
been bad.
And Saliba's been bad. So you got to be balanced.
Got Jurian
Yep,
Timber.
be balanced.
See how he
Got
just
Ben
skipped
White.
over Saliba? See how he did that,
Yeah, he
chat?
did.
That was fucking mega. I do that again, bro. Do that again.
Bro, PSG have Marquinhos, who in every big moment,
No.
in every big
Deflection,
moment, Marquinhos messes it
deflection,
up.
deflection tactic. Yeah,
I'm not
you're trying.
deflecting.
No, you are deflecting because you try to give.
Yeah,
the
you're
goal.
asking me why Arsenal will win. I'm pointing out the strengths.
Yeah, but then you have to go through the weaknesses because being
No, I
balanced.
don't, because I
You
think
do.
they'll win. How?
So you
How is that
gonna sit
logical?
there- What?
You're asking why I think Arsenal will win. The logical
Yes.
thing is to mention the Arsenal strengths and the PSG weaknesses.
So you think that Kivior getting better, like he has, outweighs Saliba getting worse?
I think Kivior has went away to the Bernabeu, played at home against Real Madrid, and been flawless. Not
Okay,
made a
and
single mistake.
you think that outdoes the Saliba bozo?
Can I
that he
tell you
crept into his
what
game?
makes a difference to Arsenal today? The best midfielder is back, Thomas Partey. Now they've got someone who can give you
It's still
breaking.
not as good as PSG's midfield. So
Yes, that's still not as good. However, Partey is someone who can play through the lines.
I
He
agree.
can make through passes. He's someone who dictates tempo. He's someone who passes forward. He's someone who gets Arsenal actively involved. And Partey has a shot on him as well. You've got Bukayo Saka, who's now done it at the Bernabeu, so he will have that, that pressure uplifted
And then
off
you've
of
got
him.
Marino and Trossard on Martinelli.
Yeah, but Marino. First of all, Marino is a tough striker for Marquinhos and whoever the fuck to handle. Marquinhos is a bozo, just so you know. Don't act like Marquinhos is this all-world defender.
I
You have-
actually,
Yeah,
I
he
don't.
is,
I think their two centre backs are mad overrated.
Yeah, they're
Even-
shit.
even
Like
Pacho, I
Pacho
think
has
he-
good moments every now and
I
then,
think
but they're a
Pacho's
shit
overrated,
defender.
if I'm being honest.
Yeah, Donnarumma has a bozo moment as well. When the whole world is watching, he always messes it up. I know he's been good this season, but usually when the whole world is watching, they mess it up. And remember, all they need is a set piece. Literally, from a corner. Arsenal could shoot a
Yeah,
shot.
but I just feel that,
Donnarumma
like,
saves it, and in the 4th minute, they
Nah.
get a corner and score.
I feel like sitting there saying, "Oh, they'll score 2 goals off a set piece" is just mad hopium.
Hopium, how? Did they not score set piece goal against Real Madrid?
Like, I don't think I've ever sat there doing a City conversation and thought, "I think we're going to win because we're going to score set pieces."
Yeah, but City are a different club, LB. That's why you're disingenuous.
That's not
That's why you should never
disingenuous.
trust a ginger.
It's not disingenuous. So you're basically your game plan is to get set pieces and score off set pieces.
My game plan is I think Arsenal will win today's game because Arsenal are ready defensively. I think they've got their best midfielder back in Thomas Partey. And I think they have a weapon that will trouble PSG, which is their
And what about
pieces.
PSG's weapons
PSG's weapons are their front line, but I think
And the
Arsenal's
midfield.
defense is capable of
and the
handling it.
wingers, the wing backs?
Who's their Mendes has been really good this season. I think Hakimi's all right. I think Hakimi is
Hakim is a
very
good
good.
player, man. Hakim is a
Yeah, it's very good,
player.
Hakimi. But I still think Arsenal going to win.
Okay. And you don't
What, do
think
you think they're
PSG
just going to
scores a
get set
single
pieces
goal?
then, or what?
Yeah, I think they're going to get set pieces. Why
This
is
is what-
everyone acting like it's a crazy opinion?
Guys,
This is
Arsenal-
Hussam. Can you show the picture I just put in? I don't know if it'll. Hussam thinks we're the leopard in the tree, right? So this is the leopard wearing Arsenal jersey. This is what Hussam is trying to do. He's been playing that narrative all season with Liverpool, saying we're the leopards in the tree, we're in the leopards in the tree, and now he thinks we're the exact same thing. Yeah, Arsenal, because Salah's Ballon d'Or is dependent on Arsenal, and so Arsenal are the leopards in the tree. They're quietly moving. Bruh, please stop it. Stop it. What are you trying to do, bro?
If Arsenal
trying
win
to do?
today, after everything you guys are doing on today,
I will apologize.
I'm gonna get apology from all three of you. Everyone agree?
100%. 100%.
No. So here's where
What am I
you're being
apologising
disingenuous,
for?
bro.
No,
If
don't say
Arsenal
no,
go
LB. Don't backtrack now. I'm saying
Don't
I'll apologize.
backtrack,
You know
don't
what?
No, wait a
backtrack.
sec.
Yeah.
Wait a sec.
Why am I apologising?
Arsenal can win the game, but to sit there and
Oh
based off
God!
of 2 set pieces.
After
and
everything you've just said, you're gonna say Arsenal can win the game.
Yeah, don't do that,
After
LB. LB, you went too deep, bro. Come on, don't do
Yeah,
that.
Why
LB went
have we
too
gone
deep.
too deep? I
I
predicted a draw.
said
Because you
it's only
said,
a one-goal deficit and anything can happen.
I agree. Lewis is not part of this. I agree.
Okay,
but
Lewis has not
LB,
done too much.
I
You've
predicted
done
a
too much,
draw.
LB.
I predicted a draw. So how have I
no.
gone over the top?
You said I can understand how you guys think PSG will not score. Oh, and
Yeah.
where will Arsenal's
Okay,
goals
1-1.
come from? I struggle to see.
Yeah.
Which is why I've gone for a
LB.
1-1.
Yes. and
So
I'm saying
PSG
if
go
we
through
do
then?
get-
Yes. But obviously the score prediction should indicate to you that I think it's going to be a very close game. A very
Que
close game.
schifo, LB.
You're sitting there
Por
saying it's going to
favore.
be 2-0. PSG have only not scored in 1 game this season. Yeah, at the Parc des Princes, and you're trying to tell me that you're Arsenal are going to go there and box them off 2-0.
So
Fine,
if I
we'll
say
change it,
Arsenal
we'll
gonna
change
win
it.
2-0,
I've got the man
and you're
saying
mocking
Yes.
me right now, you
1-1.
have to apologize.
Yeah, exactly.
So Ashraf said he'll apologize. Why won't you apologize
Correct.
then?
LB, you're saying you cannot see how PSG don't score. So if Arsenal go through without conceding a goal, then you have to apologize, right? That means you
Yes,
were wrong. You have to say, yeah,
actually.
you know what? I'm sorry, I was wrong.
Well,
No,
yeah,
but
there's
even
nothing
if
wrong
Arsenal
with
go
it.
through,
Wait a sec,
period.
wait
What
a
if
sec,
Arsenal
wait
go
a
through
sec.
3-1? Then
No,
what?
wait a second.
No, because he's saying 1-1, right? So if we went 2-1, it's not like
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sitting here saying I don't think Arsenal will go through in a month for Sundays. Yeah, I think PSG will go through. I think it's going to be difficult, and I think Arsenal need a number of things to go in their favour. One,
I agree.
you saw the Liverpool game at the Parc des Princes. Yeah, PSG in
Yeah.
that game were extremely wasteful. One of their
Correct.
weaknesses is that they do not have a player who is mad consistent in front of goal. Yeah.
Correct.
So, and in that game, Liverpool got mad lucky in that game. Even
By the way, PSG did it at the Emirates as well. Goncalo Ramos, Barcola.
Yeah.
missed
No,
unbelievable
exactly.
chances.
They're extremely wasteful. So for Arsenal to go through tonight, they need PSG to be mad wasteful in front of goal, which has happened on a number of
Yes.
occasions. They also need to be mad clinical themselves, and this is where I have a problem, and this is where I think it falls down. It's because other than Salah, Ashraf, I do not see who scores the goals. I do not see who goes
Salah?
for goal.
Saka.
Saka.
Oh, you mean Saka?
Yeah, who goes through on goal for Arsenal, and I can put money on that they're going to score. Can't do it
Yeah,
with
but then you
Martinelli.
cannot do that, LB, because if you're using the logic of, let me look at the Champions
Why
League
can't I not
numbers.
do that?
Actually, Champions League, we have been clinical. Yes, except for the PSG game at the Emirates, funny enough. Every other game we have been clinical. When we got chances, we finished them. 7 against PSV. Second game doesn't count because we rotated almost the whole team. Against Real Madrid, we were super clinical, or quite clinical. We didn't finish all our chances, but we finished majority of the chances. Obviously, in the Champions League group stages, if you want to count those. So if you're going by the logic of, let me look at their Champions League performances, okay, then we have been clinical.
Performances. I'm looking at the players on the pitch. Martinelli goes through one-on-one. Are you putting money on that he's going to score? I ain't.
He scored against Real Madrid one-on-one, no?
Right, but
against the best one of the best keepers in the world.
In the game that mattered last week, he went one-on-one and didn't bury it. That's the point.
I agree, that's the only one. But outside that, he scored against, I think, Sporting Lisbon, if I'm not wrong.
Going through on goal, scored against Saka. Nobody else. And that's one of the issues you got.
Moreno has one of the highest conversion.
Right. You're not lying now. You know
No, wait a sec, no. Marino's more of a fox in the box, yeah? I'm talking
like
about...
a poacher, like a poacher.
Yeah, but I'm talking about someone goes through on goal, like Martinelli did. If he goes through on goal...
Martinelli's fucking shit, I agree with you. Martinelli's
That's
shit.
my problem. I've only got one player in that team that I can trust to score. And if they can mark him out the game, or just deal with him, I think they're going to struggle.
But then isn't that the same logic for PSG outside Dembele, who's also missed against PSG? Who else do they have who's good one-on-one?
Doué is not clinical.
Okay, no, let me answer that.
Doué is not clinical. Barcola is the worst in front of goal.
Let me answer the question, bro. The thing is, I think the volume that they will get will mean that they will eventually score one. I think they will get a volume of chances that you won't. I think you're going to get less chances than PSG.
I mean, first game we had similar, if not more chances. Similar, I would say. So I don't know. But second, yeah, it's there at their ground. So I hear you.
Well, again, that's not controversial. Fabian Ruiz, João Neves, Vitinha, KK, Dembele, and Doué is more likely to create chances than Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Martinelli, Marino, Saka. Again, it's not mad take.
This season's players, yeah, I agree.
Ashraf getting a lot of hate in the chat from the Arsenal fans. They wanted you to back Arsenal today.
Look, as I said, obviously we can come back. A lot of things have to go our way for us to come back. One of the biggest things is Odegaard has to be on form because we need our main playmaker to be on his day. We need Martinelli to be the Real Madrid version Martinelli, not PSG or not former. Yeah, we need. Obviously, Moreno has done well, so I'm not going to criticize him. Whenever he's played up front, he's taken his chances. We need our defenders, especially our centre backs, because our full backs have done well. Our centre backs to be on point. If all those things go through, and we're able to ride the storm and beat the pressure of the away ground, then yeah, of course we can. But if you're asking me, give probabilities, give percentages, it's stupid and deluded of me to say it's 50-50 or even like 60-40. Like, I'm not saying we don't have a chance. We have a chance.
Not LBs. Ashraf said he would say sorry if PSG.
Of course, yeah. If we...
LB is doing his backtrack like, oh, it could be, maybe they do this. When his opening statement was, how are PSG not going to score and how are Arsenal going to score? So by definition, then you think my prediction of 2-0 is silly, which is why if Arsenal go through, you have to apologize.
I agree with that logic.
I think your prediction of saying the way they're going to score 2 goals is off the set pieces is ridiculous.
Yeah?
My prediction
but tell me why is that ridiculous? Be honest, why?
I just think it's a mad prediction to say,
then they score set pieces against Real Madrid themselves
by scoring 2 goals off set pieces. I think it's crazy. My take is I think it's going to be a mad close game, probably because PSG are not very clinical. I think PSG definitely score because they'll create the volume of chances where eventually they score. I could see Arsenal getting 1. I think 2+ is difficult, and that's why I think they'll go through.
Would you be surprised if Arsenal go through?
Would you be surprised? Don't lie.
Be surprised if Arsenal go through.
You won't be.
You would or you wouldn't?
No, I wouldn't be surprised if Arsenal go through. I think it's a close game. What we're doing here? Wait. What
percentages are you giving? I said 70-30 at best.
I'd give Arsenal 20-25% chance of going.
So then you should be slightly surprised because if you're saying a 75% chance is going to be over.
No, because I think PSG will win the game. They're 1-0 ahead and they're at home and they've got better players and a better manager. However,
Yeah.
as I've mentioned, they are wasteful at times. And if they're wasteful tonight, you guys could win 1-0, take it to extra time and win in extra time or win on penalties. Why is that a mad take?
Yeah, LB, I'm not asking if you'll be shocked. I'm asking if you'll be. For me, if I'm saying I have a 20% or 25% chance of going through, which is also what I'm saying, I'm in line with you, then I will say if we end up going through, I will be surprised. Happily surprised. Not shocked, of course not, because we are Arsenal. We're not Osasuna. And we're only 1 goal down. But I will be slightly surprised. I will be happily surprised. You're saying, yeah, you guys could go through, and yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all. But you gave us a 20% chance. That is surprising, no? If a 20%,
the definition of surprise.
if I play
It's
at
not.
home against, if
It's
I play at home
completely
against
different.
Everton,
One is a percentage chance of going through. The other is, do you think if they've got a chance? I do think they've got a chance. Hence why I give them
Okay.
a 20% chance.
let me ask you this then. Let me ask you this. If Arsenal play at home, forget the form we've been. Let's say we are in good form, we are playing well, and we play at home against, I don't know, give me any team, Crystal Palace. What chance would you give us against Crystal Palace? Assuming Arsenal is good. This is like everyone is firing. What chance would you give
Against
Palace
Crystal
at the
Palace.
Emirates? Yeah, I'll have a point. Just answer that. I'll tell you why.
Well, a two-legged game.
No, just let's say one game, because this is one game.
So I would give Arsenal 75, 80% chance.
So if Crystal Palace end up winning the game, would you not say that was... Okay, forget a shock, but
No, I wouldn't say
actually,
it was
yeah,
a
people
surprise.
would say that
No, I
was a
wouldn't say it
shock.
was a surprise.
People would
Crystal
say
Palace
that was a
is
shock.
Crystal Palace is
Yeah,
a good
people
team.
would say it's a shock.
No, it's not. Crystal Palace.
His
Guys,
question
when
is
we
if Arsenal are
lose-
doing
How is
really
it a
well.
shock?
Yes.
saying if Arsenal
When
are
we
doing
lose
really
at home, when we lose at home to any of the mid-table or bottom teams, that is considered a surprise. Unless we're on a 4-5 losing streak or 4-5 game of bad form, I understand that.
Crystal Palace
If we're
are not
saying
a dead
PSG
team. We're not in the relegation zone.
Fine, forget PSG. Forget Crystal Palace. I don't know. United.
Well, don't use
Spurs,
shit
I don't-
examples. You're the one that used the example, not me. I'm just telling you, it's not. A
Yeah, but
surprise that Crystal
he's showing you
Palace-
the example of the percentage thing,
It was a
which
shit
is making
example.
sense.
Exactly.
Crystal Palace
I'm
have got
using the
to a
percentage
FA Cup
example.
final, and now you want to say is it a surprise that Crystal Palace beat Arsenal when they got
Fine,
to the FA
but
Cup
I'm
final?
good. Okay, if they're a good, if that good of a team, why did you give us 25? Give them 25% chance only. You should say 40%. Crystal
Because-
Palace FA Cup
Because
final, blah blah blah.
Arsenal are
Slapped
a
up Villa.
team that, despite winning nothing in the last 4 years, are second twice. And you told me that Arsenal were at home going into it in mad good form. That's why I give them a 75, 80% chance.
Yeah, exactly. So it's the same with PSG, no? And which is what you agreed on. You said PSG, mad good
Yes.
form, playing at home, 75, 80% chance. And
Yeah.
you're saying you wouldn't be surprised even slightly if Arsenal go through.
No.
Wow.
Wow.
Baz.
So hypocritical.
It's not hypocritical.
Lewis,
You
what
can't
about you?
understand it.
Lewis, if what is your percentage for Arsenal going through?
Oh, 25. I think 25% Arsenal.
So
And
if
are you
Arsenal
gonna
go
be
through,
mad
would you be
surprised
surprised?
or mad shocked if
Yeah,
Arsenal
not
go
mad.
Yeah, I expect you to go out.
There you
That's
go.
what-
There you go.
There
I
you
See,
go.
expect him to go out, but I wouldn't be surprised if Arsenal win it. What are we doing here? This is a team that's finished second in the Premier League 2 years in a row. Beat Real Madrid, scored 5 goals against Real Madrid. Yet you want me to be surprised?
They made one final. And yes, they made one final in their whole history. I'd be shocked. I'd be shocked if they get a win away at PSG. I'd be so real.
PSG been to?
What?
How many finals have PSG been to?
one
Was
more
actually
than
just-
Arsenal in the last 10
Yeah,
years.
yeah, Faz.
Okay,
Just
they've
Bayern
never won-
Munich.
they've never won the
Faz.
Champions League, have they?
Yeah, but they've
Either
been to
way,
the
I'd
final
be
of Bayern
surprised if they even get a win at PSG. I'd be shocked. I'd be
See,
surprised.
this is the thing that Arsenal fans do all the time. Yeah, they want to do this thing where if they win, it's like, oh
Stereotype.
my god, it's amazing. Like, how did we do this? Arsenal are a good football club. Do I expect you to beat PSG tonight? No, but it's a close. You're in the semi-finals of the Champions League. You're here on merit. If Arsenal win, I'm not going to be sitting here going, "How the
No
fuck
one
did
said
that
we're
happen?"
not.
It's not good, but you're trying to tell me I've got to be surprised if Arsenal win when you're in the semi-finals of the Champions
No,
League.
I
and score
just
5 goals
don't.
against Real
Yeah,
Madrid.
because that would count if I asked you that before the first leg and all that kind of stuff. But after the first leg, given that you think PSG have an 80% chance, which I don't disagree with. I lean more towards your thought process. I just don't understand how that wouldn't be surprising. If I'm playing against any team in the Champions League
I
semi-final,
predicted a 1-1. Bro. How is it that difficult to understand? I predicted a 1-1 draw.
Okay.
If one goal doesn't go in, you could win 1-0 and go win on penalties. Yet you want me to have
LB,
shot-
because
They're
for a
definitely not winning
team,
on penalties because Raya's shit at saving penalties. So they're definitely not.
one
I
goal in my
promise
score
you, if it
prediction,
goes-
and
yeah,
that's
I'm
Donnarumma
making a
is a
promise.
penalty.
I am
hero.
making a promise in front of everyone. If this goes to penalties, PSG are winning 100% because Donnarumma is like elite penalty shot stopper, and Raya is like Allison. When it comes to saving penalties, he's just not that guy at all. Not that guy at all.
I could understand your argument, yeah, if I predicted a PSG 2-0 or 3-0. And I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised because that don't make sense. I predicted a 1-1 draw. One goal for PSG doesn't go in, and you guys can shit out it on penalties. That's it. One goal in my score prediction.
I mean, I
that's
definitely don't
what's
see us going through on penalties, as Hussam said. Donnarumma is incredible at penalties.
I'd be
but-
surprised if you went for on penalties. I would be surprised at that.
Okay, let me just read these two super chats before I ask you guys about Trent. Because we don't talk about Liverpool on this show. We will. Newcastle 3, Chelsea 1. Bookmark this is what Lee Robinson is saying.
I agree.
Fighting word.
We'll see. We'll see. I feel confident.
Come on, Chelsea. Up the fucking chance.
At
Let's
the
go.
Chelsea.
Cheers. We got to Eco Falls who says, Hussam, you'll never walk alone in North London alone. Exactly. Come on, Arsenal.
Are you going to be surprised if PSG go through tonight?
Yes.
LB, you
because
know
I
he's
think
doing a
Arsenal
gimmick.
will win the game.
Yeah, no, but I've got to expose him, Ashraf, bro.
Yes. I think I will be surprised.
You'll be surprised if PSG go through it.
Yeah, because Arsenal are massive favorites. Arsenal going to win 2-0.
Okay.
Arsenal. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh my God, how hilarious will it be for Hussam if, God forbid, I hope it doesn't happen because it means PSG will knock us out. But imagine if Dembele wins the Ballon d'Or and Salah finishes second. Even Dembele ended up winning a Ballon d'Or before him, bro. That would be mad.
I'll tell you
That would
something,
be
yeah,
mad.
though. I'll tell you my honest opinion, yeah. I think if Arsenal do get to the final, I think they win it. I think they beat Inter Milan.
I think so as well. I've said that before as well. I'd rather face Inter Milan than face Barcelona. 100%.
I think Barcelona would out-tech you on a one-off game in a final. I think Inter Milan, you can kind of do what we did when we played them, keep the ball, keep it tight, and just try and shit out a goal, and then just defend.
Exactly.
And yeah, you're probably a better defensive team. Well, we were pretty good that year. I think you get to the final, you win it.
I disagree. I think
Yeah.
Inter win it. This is not.
Oh, you can fuck off, man. You're doing my head in. 1 minute you're like 2-0 Arsenal. Yeah, they're gonna go to the Parc des Princes where they've only lost fucking 3 games and conceded a goal in just one of them games.
Yeah, they're gonna lose 4
And
games.
this guy
And it's
now,
gonna be Inter's
he's plays
fourth
in
Champions League.
Arsenal and then goes in the final and says, nah, they won't have a chance.
Wow. So I cannot predict Inzaghi to beat Arteta in a one-off game. That's so crazy,
What,
guys.
you
I'm
think Arsenal
predicting-
going to go to the
Guys,
final?
please,
no, you can't.
please.
No, you can't.
Please,
do
guys,
that.
you know I made such a
Inzaghi.
sin.
You can't
I
do
predicted
that.
Inter to beat Arsenal.
So
Fucking
hang on a
hell.
minute. How are you predicting that Arsenal are going to go to the Parc des Princes tonight, win 2-0, but then you don't think they've got a chance at the final?
Can I tell you why they don't beat Inter? Because Inter are the polar opposite of PSG. Inter are a low block team. Ask Ashraf what he's struggled against this season.
Yeah, we saw that yesterday. We saw that in the
Yeah,
first
maybe
leg.
that's Barcelona, man. You have no one like Yamal.
La. It's not about Barcelona. Yes, I understand it's Barcelona.
You have
But
no
it's not
one
like
like
Inter-
Yamal, Pedri, and Rafinha. You
No,
don't.
it's not about that. It's
All
not about, first of all,
competition long. They conceded like
first of
0
all,
goals. And
they
you're
had
gonna
2
pick the
goals
one
yesterday.
team that has all that offensive prowess and use it against them.
Hussam, all 3 goals of theirs yesterday did not come from Yamal. Did not even get created by Yamal. Secondly, I
Rafinha.
understand what you're saying. I understand that's only the 3rd goal. I understand what you're saying. If Inter Milan were playing a low block and Barcelona just opened
That's
the
how
low
they
block
beat
like no one
2-0
else.
in the group stages. Low block.
No, they beat us by a penalty, Hussam. They didn't shit house
Yes,
shit,
and
bro.
then they
Come on,
low
like,
blocked you to death for 90 minutes.
yeah,
Did they
bruh,
not
and
do-
we
After Inter scored the penalty, did they not low block for 90 minutes? I dare you say
yes,
no.
and we missed sitters. So now what? We missed 2
that's
headers
not-
from a set piece.
that's not the
Kai
problem.
Havertz missed a 1-on-1 from open play, which Bisek saved off the line. So how come their low block didn't stop us from creating chances? Our misses were not because of their low block. Our misses was because of our stupidity. That's it. It's not the same. Barcelona
Well,
did not rip them open because of the low block and all that stuff.
Inter are winning the Champions League.
I think, yeah, if PSG make it to the final, I think Inter probably win it. But if
PSG
Arsenal,
is
I
a
think
tough
Arsenal
test
can beat
for
them.
Inter because they have technical players. Arsenal lost to Bournemouth with Partey, is what Lee Robinson is saying. Yeah, but they didn't care about that game, innit? So this game they care. I think they will perform.
Yeah, it's common sense. Come on, Lee.
Big up Jabril, who says, if I feel the jacket's power, inshallah, Lewis's tears. Both Lewis will have tears, not me,
What's the
because...
jackets?
What jackets?
So essentially, guys, Jabril paid £150, so I wear the blue jacket. And I say that Arsenal have 0% chance of going through, like I did for the Real Madrid thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So that's why I have belief. Come on, Arsenal. You get me? And I told Jibril, get ready when you go to the final, because I will not accept less than £1,000. I'm not gonna hand you the Champions League for a cheap price, innit? So get ready to do GoFundMe. You get me? Fund the jacket. Hashtag fund the jacket. Big up to you, Jibril.
Today
Listen,
the
big up to
aura of
everyone.
the jacket dies.
This jacket right here has caused so much trouble. It was the Atalanta
Today
jacket,
it's over, bruv.
and the PSG jacket, and the Real Madrid jacket, and the Zubimendi jacket, and the Caicedo jacket.
Yeah, let's have a really bad record.
Everything went wrong in this jacket. Newcastle were drawing.
Why
to
haven't you
Aston Villa.
burned it?
No, I use it for my advantage. Newcastle were drawing 1-1 with Aston Villa, right? And I need Newcastle to go at the top 4. I wore the jacket and I said Newcastle are 100% winning and Aston Villa have 0% chance. Aston Villa won 4-1. Just say.
Hell, man. Burn that.
Believe in the jacket.
That's evil powers, bruv.
That's amazing powers right there. Amazing. Sometimes you can convert evil to good. You get me? Big up to everyone locked in. Make sure guys are liking and subscribing. Guys, better like count. Well done to you guys. You're not Kai Havertz anymore, but you're not amazing. You're like, you're like Jackson. We need better conversion rate. Everyone hit the like button. We've got almost 900 people locked in. Please like the video right now and subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. Please, everyone right now, hit the like button, subscribe, and don't forget to subscribe to all these amazing guys on the panel. So like the video, subscribe, share it everywhere, all that good stuff. LB, Trent is off to Real Madrid. Your opinions, please.
Liverpool fans should stop moaning. You've won the Premier League. Enjoy it. I've never seen a team and a fan base that have just won a trophy, the Premier League, and then just be so miserable because a player's leaving. You've had, 8 years out of him at senior level, 8 good years. He's won everything with the football club. He's been vice captain of the football club, and he's leaving to go to Real Madrid. He's not going to City. He's not going Everton. He's not going United. He's not going Chelsea, right? He's going to Real Madrid. Your club knew 2 years ago that he wasn't staying. They decided to keep him, which was their right. His contract's come to an end. He's allowed to leave. Yeah, he's not a prisoner. My opinion, stop moaning about it. Enjoy the good times. Enjoy the Premier League win. Get on with it. You've got a good right back there in Conor Bradley. Will he be the one to take you forward long term? Don't know, but he looks good. I like him. See what happens, innit, man? I think the burning of his shirt. I've seen some fans burn his shirt on social media. See people cussing him out like a madness. Bro, it's just it just makes a mockery of your anthem, mate. We'll never walk alone. What, until someone decides that they want to leave and take a step up to go to Real Madrid and they will slag you off? It's crazy, man. Stop singing a song then if that's what you're going to do. You know what I mean? If that's your song, stick by it, man. I think some of your fans are, to be honest, a bit of a disgrace, a bit of a joke. It's crazy, mate. You just won the Premier League, man.
Guys, just so you know I'm cooking. Just quickly, just so you know I'm cooking. I'm not making stuff up. Just literally an hour ago, L'Equipe, France Football, the one that hands out the Ballon d'Or, did a whole interview with Mohamed Salah, and this was the magazine cover. Watch this. I know you can't read it, but it says Origine du Ballon d'Or. You get me? It says it at the top. Listen, Arsenal, I need you tonight. But anyway, why are you dictating why Liverpool fans should feel?
You asked me the fucking question.
No, but why are you telling me how I should feel? You can say
you asked me the
question.
You asked me the question, so I give you my opinion.
No, I want your opinion, but why are you dictating that Liverpool fans shouldn't be upset? So what, we should clap? Well done,
I'm telling you, do what the fuck you want, yeah? I'm telling you, my opinion is if you're crying and cussing this guy out for leaving to go to Real Madrid, I think, personally, you're bang out of order. Now, if you get upset because LB on the internet says that, then you should, look yourself in the mirror and grow a pair, to be honest with you. My opinion is this guy, you've had 8 years of him. He's been mega for you. You've been telling us how he's the best right back in the world. He's won everything with you. You've just won the Premier League. Just own it. Just let him go.
So if Phil Foden wants to go to Barcelona tomorrow, you're going to go like...
If Phil Foden ran down his contract and left to Barcelona, I'd be like, thanks for everything you've done. See you later.
You're so full of shit, honestly. You are so full
What?
of
You
shit.
think I'm going to start cussing him out for going Barcelona?
So you're not going to call him a rat for leaving your football club?
No, I won't call him a rat.
Local lad, Mank born and bred. Manchester
Go
City
play-
ball
go
boy.
Go play for Barcelona or Real Madrid? No, I wouldn't. I'd be like, fair, seen a
Wow.
bit.
Wow. Put one in the chat if you don't believe LB. Put one in the chat if you think LB is lying through his skin right now. See, everyone's laughing at you in the chat. Because you know, if your local academy kid leaves to another football club, you would be annoyed as fuck.
I'd be annoyed. I'd be upset. I'd be disappointed. I won't be slagging him off like your fan base is doing. It's mad.
See? By the way, some of these guys don't even support Liverpool.
You guys, honestly, you need to relax. You just won the Premier League and you're all miserable as fuck.
Who's miserable? I'm very happy. Number 20.
And all the Liverpool fans, man, crying about Trent.
I'm not miserable at all. I'm very happy.
There. You got money to spend.
Yeah, I know. But this is not about replacing Trent. This is about the local boy leaving and then the Egyptian staying and the Dutchman staying.
Because they're in different personal circumstances. They're at the end of the career. This guy's still got another 5, 6, 7, 8 years.
Yeah, but Van Dijk could have went to PSG, so could have Salah, and you know this.
Right, and they're chilling. They're happy at Liverpool. Trent wants to go Real Madrid. He's done his time now. He's won everything at Liverpool, man. Why can't you?
I agree with you.
5 seconds to listen to LFC fans. People are mad because he ran down his contract and led the fans on, not simply because he left.
Right, hang on a minute. Ran down his contract.
That's BS.
What you actually mean is he just had his contract that came to an end, which, by the way, Liverpool knew about because they gave him the contract 4 years ago. So let's not act like it's one-sided. Liverpool agreed to that contract, yeah? Liverpool offered this guy a contract 2 years ago, and he rejected that contract. So at that point, Liverpool Football Club knew that at that point, that's not a good situation. And as the months come on, they've had multiple transfer windows to force this guy out the door. They didn't do it. He's left on a free transfer.
That's on them.
You a title.
Yeah, you offered him a contract in 2023.
Of course they did.
He refused.
It's not rocket science, is it? They're not.
I heard it was last year.
That's on them.
No, of course it was 2 years ago. 2 years after his contract. Trent would have been 25. Of course they offered him an extension. He rejected it then. Bro,
I don't understand how any...
Wait
I hear the anger, but you could have tried.
If I went back to the summer, yeah, and offered you 60 million for Trent, but knowing that you've just gone and won the league, you would rather have had the 60 million and risk not winning the Premier League.
No, I wouldn't have sold him for 60.
So what we're moaning about then?
Is this LB or CB? Because all I hear is
enjoying
cry.
yourself, getting ready for the parade, and everyone's fucking burning shirts.
No one's burning, bro. If he's leaving to Real Madrid, we have every right to be upset. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, no, be upset.
Football is an emotional.
I'm not saying you should be
Why
upset,
do you
but
think everyone
slagging the guy off.
I didn't.
And calling him a snake.
I didn't.
And calling him a snake is mad.
Yeah, to be fair, you didn't.
Mad.
Yeah, I didn't slag him off.
I think that's crazy, personally. I think you should have more anger for your board, not Trent. Trent's done nothing. He's had a contract. His contract's run out.
I did not slag him off personally, but
I'm not saying you did.
I am not
about the
dictating
people
to
that are.
others how they feel, because across history, people get upset when their best players leave their football club. I felt this way when Torres left. I felt this way when Sterling left. I felt this way when Coutinho left.
But they're different.
Bro, people get mad.
Torres went to Chelsea and Sterling went to City.
Torres is a fucking snake. He's a worse snake than Trent.
Of course he is.
Sterling is worse than Trent.
This
Coutinho
guy
is
left
worse
the
than
country.
Trent.
You're never going to see him again, bro.
Who?
Trent.
That's why I said Sterling and Torres are worse than Trent.
Of course they are. No, I get that. If Trent went to City, and that's what I said right at the start of the question, if Trent signed for a Premier League club, oh yeah, burn his shirt, slag him off, boo him, do whatever you want, 100%. 100%. This guy's gone a
Don't you think you're taking emotions out of sport though? Because this has been happening since time.
No, not.
You've known United. You've seen United fans burn Ronaldo shirts when he went to Madrid. You've seen it.
Most of them didn't. I know a lot of United fans.
Bro, Wayne Rooney was linked to Chelsea and they were burning Rooney shirts. Where do you go from here?
And then he didn't go.
I get what you're saying. You're talking about the outcome. But
Gerrard was going to leave before everyone started threatening him, and then he fucking stayed.
Who was threatened?
Gerrard.
That's a false story. That's a false story.
Right, it's a false story. Okay, of course it is.
No, it's not. I read it. It actually happened.
False story. That was a false story.
That was not. That was real. That did happen.
bruv.
He was bullied into staying, Sam. You know that.
Bro,
He was
if
bullied
Trent,
into staying.
if Trent was going
They
to go
held
to
the
a
missus
Premier
at
League club,
gunpoint.
I'd
Disgrace.
be like chilling. Fair dues,
Oh,
yeah.
bro,
no
no,
He's
gun.
going to Real Madrid. I just don't think personally he
Not
deserves
that we
all the
know
shit.
of.
I think it's mad. I think it's a mad opinion.
It was false reporting, guys, with the general
But
thing.
if you want to be
Yeah,
mad
say
at
it
him,
with
No,
a
it
straight
be
face.
mad at him. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm giving you my
But you
opinion.
are, and that's the problem.
I'm not telling you what to do. How is somebody listening to me on the internet going, LB's telling me? I'm telling you my opinion. My opinion is that you should feel like that. But if you don't want to feel like that, fires, do what you want. But how are you getting pressed off a man on the internet? It's
Okay,
crazy.
all I'm saying is, hear me out. Me personally, I didn't burn his shirt. I didn't call him a snake. I didn't say he's a rat. I didn't cook him. I didn't say any of this type of stuff. I said I was gutted that he's leaving because we're losing a world-class
Agreed.
player.
Agree with you.
No problem. But what I also said was, if you're angry, if you're calling him a rat, if you're upset, that's fine, because football is an emotional sport where people get mad. There's nothing wrong with that.
But I don't think you should be calling him a rat personally, but okay.
Yeah, I don't think he's a rat. I personally don't think he's done a single thing wrong. He's been approached by the biggest club in football history. He's already given indication that he doesn't want to stay by refusing the contract 2 years ago. Your club had the chance to sell him in January for 30 million, and Liverpool said, nope, 30 million is not it. Okay, then lose him for free. What are you crying about? 30 million or zero? You would have won the league anyways. You would have won the league anyways, because in January you were clear. You were obviously going to win the league. Bradley is not going to be a bad enough right back.
So
to
for
cover
the
up for
second
6 months.
section in a row, all three of you are in agreement, and I'm the outlier. But how about this? Because this is actually a fantastic point, which I was about to bring up. He's the one that says this means more. He said Real Madrid can buy him only on FIFA. Why can't fans call him a snake? I personally don't because I understand his ambition, but we felt stabbed in the back. That's it. Don't you think that the fact that he's the guy that came out and said this means more makes this look worse? Come on now.
Yeah.
Are we gonna lie?
It doesn't. No, it doesn't, because he was speaking about something else. He was speaking about the trophies they won.
He was
Him
saying
speaking
one
about-
Premier League with Liverpool means more than 5 with City.
Which it does,
Yes, because he's
also.
speaking about that context of this what I won with Liverpool means more than what City have won. That's different. That's not him saying I'm going to stay here forever. How is that related?
Yeah.
That's like
Because
Fabregas
the thing is,
or someone leaving
yeah.
Arsenal. That's like Henry going to win the Champions League with Barcelona and saying,
You mean
I wish I won the Champions
more
League with
to
Arsenal.
me than 15 models, and the moment a model messages you, you leave your wife.
Wait, stop.
Nah, we
That's
didn't
a
do that.
lie, because he didn't
Didn't
say
do that.
that. He didn't say winning this league with Liverpool means more to me than moving to Real Madrid. He didn't say that. Speak about City. If he joined City, I'd agree with you. But he didn't join City. He's joining Real Madrid. What's the
Facts.
yeah, exactly. Goodbye, Sam. Sam left.
Think
Bro,
on
it's such a
think on
ridiculous thing.
He's done it.
That's like
again,
people
man.
saying. That's like people saying Henry winning the Champions League with Barcelona means he
You
didn't
are
love
missing
Arsenal.
the
He
point,
didn't want to play
Habib.
for Arsenal.
Trent comes out publicly and says, you and LB are missing the point completely. I don't even know Lewis's opinion. I'll ask him now. Trent comes out and says, winning one league title with Liverpool means more than winning 5 with Manchester City. Okay?
How is that
Real-
related to Real Madrid?
How's that
Wait,
related to
Real Madrid are the Manchester City of Spain. Same shit. You get me?
No, they're
And
not.
as soon, yeah,
They're
they're a
not.
supermodel, yani. You get what we're saying.
Real Madrid are the biggest club in the
Okay.
world. What we're doing here?
Okay, so they're a
Yeah,
supermodel.
exactly.
So how can you say my wife means more to me than anything else? And the moment a supermodel messages you, you cheat on
But
your wife.
Hussam, he didn't say anything else. He was discussing just trophy
Yeah, but he
Liverpool,
said it means
trophy City.
more.
Yes, in terms of trophy for Liverpool, trophy for City. Nothing else. He didn't say the city means more. He didn't say my house means more. He didn't say my wife means. People are trying to make it seem like he said something he didn't. By the way, I think that comment itself was a stupid comment, because he's trying to discredit what City have done, which I think is ridiculous.
I agree.
But even if he said that, it has nothing to do with
You two are
him
agreeing
wanting to
way too
leave,
much today.
because it's logic.
It's logic.
It's
bro.
not. You're removing
It is,
emotions
wallah, it
from
is.
football. It's so dead.
No,
so
you
bad.
guys are no.
You
There's
just
no
become
emotion,
fucking
because the
NBA.
reality is
You have to become
there's no
NBA. Like,
emotion.
oh, this
Was-
player has been
so-
traded to Real Madrid, and we
So
should
wait,
all sit
wait,
there and
wait,
go,
wait.
good luck.
Hussam was. So you're saying you want Trent to be loyal to the club? Why should he be loyal to the? Would the club have been loyal to Trent if Trent was crap? If
he's
Trent came out of
scum.
the academy and he was, if let's say he's Scouse, let's say he came out of the academy
But
while
that
being
plays a
Scouse
role.
and he was garbage,
Do you
would he have
expect
stayed at the
Saka to
club?
be more loyal than Martinelli? Yes or no?
Yes, but if Saka gets a call to Madrid
Academy
and says I
player,
want to leave,
local.
I would not call him a snake.
Yeah, but if
I would not
Saka
call-
got
that's
offered to
stupid.
Real Madrid, if Real Madrid said to Saka,
Yes.
bro, you're out of contract, come here, and he left, then what?
Okay,
Exactly.
but you don't know the difference. You know the difference. Liverpool are the best club in England right now. Arsenal aren't.
And thank you, Surafel, by the way.
It's
Hussam, I don't know what
irrelevant,
Hussam. I don't know why Hussam is doing this today. He's spreading fake news. When did Trent say he can buy me on FIFA?
I didn't
That was
respond to-
Saliba
I
who
didn't
said that.
respond to that part. I said this means more.
Okay, because
Yeah,
Saliba
that's
said that, but this
That's
guy
all
never said it.
for-
Because he said he means more winning a trophy with Liverpool because he's a Scouser rather than City, and now he's going Real Madrid. You guys are trying to connect dots from anywhere possible. man. It just
Exactly.
ain't working,
There's no
bro.
connection.
It's a madness.
No connection whatsoever.
Lewis, can you save this section, please? Do you also think we're crazy
What do you mean by crazy?
for calling him a snake and a rat and all this?
Well, I always think you can find a middle ground within these sorts of things, and it's like, I get why Trent did what he did. I get why Liverpool fans are annoyed about it. I don't think it's a Michael Owen sort of thing.
Never.
But I think it's more like a Torres, where it's like, you're annoyed, well, except you didn't get the money, which kind of makes it a little bit worse than that. But I get why Liverpool fans are annoyed about it. I also think you give it a good couple years, like a 5, 6, 7 year thing, he'll end up coming back in some Legends game and you guys are all going to love him again, and he's going to be viewed as the legend that you probably would view once everything's done.
Exactly.
As of now, it's all raw. It's all happening in the moment, and everybody's emotional and everybody just feels a bit hurt by how it's all gone through. And I understand that
I agree.
because it's football. But I also think you give this 5, 6, 7 years, you probably view Trent in a different way than you do now.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I still say he's a legend. I think Owen is worse, Torres is worse, Sterling is worse, and I think Coutinho is worse. Fairs? I think that. All I'm saying is if people are losing their shit, they're entitled to, bro. This ain't no NBA, NFL. Let people be mad.
Sorry. So, as an uninformed person here, why is the Coutinho one worse than Trent?
Okay, I'll tell you exactly why every single one of them is worse. Owen
No, I
did the
just want
worst.
to know. I know the others. Just Coutinho.
Coutinho, because he left mid-season. He faked an injury to leave. He left mid-season, and he left Liverpool that were on the rise.
And
And
he
he
wasn't
got
training,
140 million.
Also, I do want to say,
He's
for everyone
training.
saying that he's not a legend, maybe it's not my place to say who is or isn't. But if he's won like everything and you're only
Yeah,
two,
if he's
Premier
not a
Leagues,
legend,
he's
then
kind of
what
a
are they doing
legend.
here?
As a key
Bro,
part.
how
Yeah,
is
exactly.
Coutinho, who brought
Why
in
is Gerrard a
100
Probably
legend
won't
then?
view him as that now, but again, once I think that the dust settles, 5, 10 years pass, as long as you don't cuss out Liverpool or
Yeah,
anything.
but this is
I
why.
think
LB,
this
you're
is
doing
why-
the money thing. You're
No, but
doing
this
the
is
money
why I
thing.
think some
That's
people
Tom
are
Little's
trying.
argument, not mine.
No,
I don't give a
so
shit
quick,
if you
just
give
quickly,
me
let me
0
just
million
give me
or
30
500
seconds.
million.
Give me 30 seconds. This is why, for me personally, these some of these Liverpool fans are saying if he would have got us a fee, I would have been completely fine with it.
I
think
disagree.
you're
Which is
I think
mad.
you're chatting shit. I think you're trying to say
Yeah.
that because you want an excuse. Because if you're telling me
Exactly.
that you now hate Coutinho for leaving, even though he brought in what 140 million or whatever it was, because that was a mad transfer fee. So people still hate this guy, even though he left for 100. So he brought you a fee of 140 million, one of the biggest fees we've ever seen, but people still hate him.
Yeah.
So I think these Liverpool fans that are saying, if he would have given us a fee, I would have been fine because he's leaving on a free. I think you're chatting shit. I think you just gutted that he's left,
BS.
which you're right to, but then I think you're just taking it too far, in my opinion. On that,
No,
I've got to go with it.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I don't think the
Bless
fee
up,
thing
LB.
makes it any better.
Yeah, man,
I
big up,
don't
man.
think-
Sick show,
Yeah,
innit? Big
see
up.
you guys.
Big up.
LB, it's LB and more LBs in the description. Let me do the other one now. Here we go. So let me just read these super chats before we move on to Chelsea and then wrap up the stream. I don't want to keep the guys for too long. I know because you guys have watch alongs and shit like this. Big up to everyone locked in, guys. Let's get the likes up. Everyone, please like the video. Everyone, please subscribe to the channel right here, right now. Big up to Privilege, who just sends in an empty super chat. Thank you so much, my brother. Big up to Red Line of Terranga, who says, no rival fan has the power to dictate our emotions. I do agree with that. That's the part that I disagree with LB the most. Listen, if people want to be mad, let people be mad. It's okay to be mad. If Saka leaves to Barcelona tomorrow and there are Arsenal fans who are mad, maybe let them be angry. Adi, and it's their club. They get to call him.
It's worth bringing up for the debate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because ultimately, like, even anger is just an emotion, and an emotion isn't necessarily correct. You can feel a sort of way and be wrong for it. So, like, they can't dictate it, but like they can say whether they agree or disagree. It's the whole point of debate. Can't be annoyed at that.
I agree. I'm not annoyed at the debate at all. I'm just saying, for me personally, like if people want to be mad, I'm letting people be mad. Do your thing, Habibi. You got me? Me
Yeah,
personally,
because I personally get why Liverpool fans are annoyed as well. I just think if the dust will settle, and I think people are going to go back to respecting him a bit more.
me personally, I was sad, not mad. I'll be honest. I was just
Yeah, because you had this written off from like 8 months ago. You already knew this was going to happen.
Yeah, so I was just really sad about it. We believe papers now he stayed because of his dad. This is in reference to Stevie G. And then Jack comes back and says this as well. Can rivals stop repeating that bollock story invented by that scum newspaper about Gerrard? This absolute lies, and we should never give airtime to it.
I've never heard anyone debunk it, though. Literally not heard anyone debunk it.
Yeah, but you can't debunk fake news.
Has it? But who's even said that it's fake? Like, as far as I know, this was just like a fact. Because like the amount of people that I've seen talking about this, and no one said otherwise for the best part of 20 years. I've just accepted that was the case. I haven't heard anything to like in the reverse. Oh wait! Was it made by the Sun?
Yeah.
Like specifically the Sun? Okay, yeah, I want to check that because if it's the
Yeah,
Sun,
the Sun
then
are liars. Yeah,
if it was originally from the Sun, then you know what, Fairs. I already know the situation with you, man.
Big up to Privilege, who says Arsenal knock PSG out, Rafinha or Salah Ballon d'Or. If Arsenal knock PSG out, put the Rafinha thing in the bag, Habibi. It's not going to happen because he's going to split votes with Yamal and Pedri and shit like that. So let's just all put the fries in the bag. Privilege is going to be Salah, inshallah. Big up to Muhammad Hussein, who says, stop saving chat, Trent.
That's crazy.
Big up to my guy Jack, who says, if you have to use trophies as the main parameter of who's a legend at your club, I don't think football is for you. So much more to football than that.
Yeah, but trophies is a big part of who's a legend and who's not. That's ridiculous. I understand if you're playing for Crystal Palace, okay, you could have legends who haven't won trophies. But if you're playing for Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, Man City, Man United, you cannot be a legend if you don't have... You can be a legend if you don't have trophies.
He's including trophies. He's saying there's so much more than that, though.
I don't know. I think... No, not really. Because I think if you're a starting player in multiple trophy-winning teams, you're automatically a legend. Like, no one can say at Arsenal, Laurent is not a legend. Because he was part of the Invincible team. Was he as influential as...
We define it differently. I don't think Wijnaldum is a legend, as an example. I think the word legend gets thrown around to everyone. And I think legends are like a specific elite club of people. But this is like the world class. People just define it differently. So, fair enough. Big up to Mad Max, who says, Ashraf saying, would the club be loyal to him if he was bad makes no sense because Liverpool isn't bad in this case. This is true. That's actually a strong argument.
Liverpool isn't bad.
Won the league. We've just won the league. Makes it.
Yes, but he's not joining your... He's going to a better team. He's not going to a worse team. I understand if he's going to Chelsea, if he's going to Inter Milan, if he's going to Juventus, if he's going to Atletico. You could be good. You could win the league. You are not Real Madrid. You will never be. No one is going to be. That's a reality. That's the pinnacle of football. So no matter what even if you want to treble this season, you are not Real Madrid. They will still always have more appeal.
Big up to Andy Quito, who says, Lewis shameless going no titles. Big up Hussam.
Yeah, you lot got fists up by fucking Inter. Hold that.
Oh, this is the guy from the Back Again pod.
Yeah, man. So you changed his name. Where's OG Queens gone, bruv?
Yeah, that's why I didn't recognize you. I was wondering.
I didn't think you were going to change your name. Shame.
Shame on you. Shame on you. You can be mad, but don't be mad on false pretenses. Surah fell, with all due respect. This is not NBA. This is football. This is an emotional sport from when it was invented up until today. If people want to be mad, let them be mad. Was I mad? No. But if people are angry, Adi, do your thing. Be angry. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And then Daniel comes in here, which is a perfect segue to the Chelsea section. Big up everyone locked in, guys. We're just 15 likes away from 300 likes. We're not going to do this for too long. We're just going to talk about Chelsea for a little bit, and then we're going to wrap up the stream. Big up to everyone locked in, guys. Please like the video. Please subscribe. Every single one of you guys right now. Let's just get to 300 likes. Everyone right now, please like and subscribe. Big up to Daniel, who says, Robert Sanchez has been carrying a minor injury in his last 2 games. Chelsea, please rest him. This for Lewis. That's what Daniel said.
Yeah, please rest him permanently. I agree. Completely agree.
Do you see Petrovic's performance?
Although, you
against
know what?
PSG?
It's mad. He's carried a minor injury, and this has probably been the best 2 games I've seen from him in a minute. Maybe someone needs to give him another knock next time he's fit.
Did you see Petrovic's performance against PSG, Strasbourg?
Nah, not even. But I've heard he's been cooking all season.
He has been. Petrovic's been really good for Strasbourg.
Yeah, that's
this
my
year.
number 1 next season. No, don't bother getting a goalkeeper. Use that for a striker.
He's saying, "Cry, bro." Is he the guy that does he defend Sanchez?
Oh yeah. He loves Sanchez. God bless him, innit?
So Chelsea top 4 race, Lewis. Talk to me. A lot better now than 3 games ago when me and you had that conversation.
All I wanted was a run of wins, and like we've done it. We've done it. Now we're about 1 or 2 victories away from being in a position where the goal difference should carry us through. And like, I do feel confident going into the Newcastle game. They don't have Joe Linton, which is going to impact their midfield. And our midfield is already strong enough to at least match them, even if they had Joe Linton. I don't expect them to play a low block against us, so I expect a direct game, which works in our favour. It's just as long as we don't do any stupidness. And it's like, bar Jackson, I shouldn't really be worried about anybody else in terms of form. I think a lot of our players are hitting form at the right time. You've got the likes of Neto, Noni on the left, Cole Palmer, Enzo. They're all starting to find their best football. We already know the situation with Caicedo and Lavia. So I don't see why I shouldn't think that we can go there and get a result. Then we got the Manchester United C team because they're going to go through against Bilbao. There's no way we don't beat them when they're literally rotating. And if we win both of those games, all we need is a draw at Forest. And I'm not worried about conceding against Forest. I'd be more worried about scoring against them with their low block. So, yeah, I feel very optimistic. And, like, if we do our job and win those 2 games and maybe even win all 3, I might be looking a little bit higher instead of lower. Because a certain team looks like they're mentally checked out of the Prem. And if they're mentally checked out of the Prem and they keep dropping points, and suddenly City and Chelsea are creeping. So yeah, lazy.
You know, I want to ask. We had this argument yesterday at Moore's channel. Was it yesterday? Yesterday, yeah. And I want to ask you, Lewis, if Chelsea finish 6th or below, which I know is probably not going to happen. It is possible still, right? If you lose to Newcastle and Forest, I think there is a chance of that happening. Would you say you guys have progressed from last season? Are you better than last season, or is it the same, or is it worse?
I think we've improved this season regardless of what happens. But if we don't get top 5, then it's very minimal and nothing really worth like talking about or hyping. Like, I've seen enough this season. I think the manager's improved the team. But you have to go and get the results now. And you're in a good enough position for it. So I'd be very surprised if we bottle it from here.
I mean, the reason I was asking, because I think the argument we were having yesterday on most channel is that if that does happen, I think it would be fair to say that Maresca, in my opinion, has not done the best possible job. Because, in my opinion, I think squad-wise, you are stronger this season than last year. You've added Neto, obviously, Caicedo's 1 season in, even better. Enzo, last at least 4 months, maybe now he's been playing a lot better. Yeah, last 4 months he has been a lot better for sure. I would argue squad-wise you're better. And Kunku was back. I know he didn't perform, but you didn't have him. You had him out the whole of last season. I would have thought Maresca would have improved the team a lot more than what he's done already. For starters, if you remember how you ended last season, I know people criticize Pochettino, and fair enough, he deserves criticism here and there, but I think second half he improved the team tremendously. You were going on a mad positive run. The last 15 games, you only lost 1 game in the Premier League, winning all your last 5 games. Obviously, you were in the League Cup final that you should have won. You were in FA Cup semi-final. In my opinion, you should have won as well. I think Jackson, if he's scored that chance, you would have beaten City. And I think you would have probably won against United in the finals as well. And I can argue, I'm not saying this is exactly the case, so this is where I want your opinion. I can argue the first half of the season where you guys looked electric and you were 2 points behind Liverpool at some point.
Don't say
do you
it.
not?
Don't say it.
Do you not think he was carrying on Poch's wave? Because no, there's logic, right? Because how could your team start so electric and without any major player getting
It
injured?
wasn't me,
I understand
Lewis.
if you.
You cannot blame
I
me.
know
I
it
didn't
wasn't
say-
you.
No. By the way, I'm not even saying Poch is better. I understand why that some Chelsea fans are
No,
upset.
I
Poch
understand
needs
why
to leave.
people say this as well, but what it really was is teams didn't respect Maresca, so they play attacking football against us. And even we've seen from like just some of the games that we've had now, when teams come out and press us, we'll play our best football. Liverpool came out, they played high up, they pressed us, and we played through it. Fucking Tottenham, the exact same thing. They played high up, we played through it. And that was the case for a lot of the teams that we played within the first half of the campaign. Now we get to December, we lose the likes of Lavia and Fofana, who are so key to the way that we play because of how they read the game, their aggression and their anticipation, which helps us a lot on the counter press. We lose them both. We get hit on transition a lot easier because we're playing the same style of play. Then obviously you got the likes of Palmer and Jackson's form falling off a cliff. And then our conversion rate drops, even though we're still making consistent chances. That's what the bigger problem for this season was. It wasn't just like one great half, one bad half. That's more results based, if anything. And that's why I even say for Poch last season, yeah, the results were looking good. The performances weren't telling me a damn thing. That's why I still wanted the coach out, because that genuinely looked more like individual moments were saving us. Whereas I look at this season, it seems a lot more recruitment based. It seems a lot more individual based. The likes of Jackson and Palmer, who are cooking in the first half of the campaign, suddenly are forgetting where the goal is. Hell, the whole forward line did. We went from the second best conversion rate in December to the second worst in 2025. That's on the players.
But isn't that similar to last season? Because last season, I remember you guys used to dominate possession. I think after Spurs and maybe City, you guys were like somewhere in the top 5, if I'm not wrong. I remember there was a stat once at half season where no one missed more clear-cut chances than Jackson in the league. So yeah. So
but
I would
that's
argue
only
that
on one side of the pitch. On the other side, we're conceding the worst goals tally in our Premier League history. That's why I could overlook the all of the finishing. At least here, even Maresca's got us set up better defensively. I think we still might have the 4th least goals conceded in the Prem. Or maybe it's gone up, maybe it's gone down. That was the case like a couple weeks ago. But that's one of the best defensive records in the Prem right now, in spite of a bunch of centre-backs who aren't needle movers, don't get into Liverpool, don't get into Arsenal, and Robert Sanchez in goal, arguably the worst in the league. And we still have one of the best defensive records. That shows that the manager's structure is effective. And then in the final third, we're still creating one of the highest amount of chances in the league. So it says to me that the players aren't finishing their chances. That's more individual based. That's more recruitment based, because we all knew we needed more firepower going into the season. And then we did nothing but haggle with Osimhen all summer. That's what the bigger problem was. So I see a championship manager in his first season who's about to get me top 5, has managed to improve the defense with 0 upgrades bar tossing on a free and Thiago Silva gone. And we're still retaining the same amount of chance creation numbers in the final third. If we get in some serious players, why should I not think we can contend with him? Just off this, of what I've seen right now.
Okay, so based on that then, because I've given you the worst case scenario, but let's assume the best case scenario happens, which is a probable scenario. You do get top 5. You do make it to the Champions League, which, by the way, will make next season harder because you won't be able to rest your players in the European competition, right? You'll have to start your full team like the midweek and weekend.
Yeah.
What would you then expect from them next season? Obviously not to win the league. That would still be too early. But would you expect them to challenge that next season?
Depends on the signings, because I'll be real, next season we should be trying to contend for the league. Like, it's our 4th season under Clear Lake.
I agree.
Like, for a lot of these players, it will be their 2nd or 3rd season at Chelsea. That's more experience, that's more understanding of the league. If we get the right players in, we should be contending. That's going to be what I expect. Now, if we don't, we'll see if it's a recruitment thing, if it's a manager thing, if it's a player thing. We'll find out. It could be any of the 3. But if we're in another top 4 race next season, I'm going to be disappointed. Because why? Why are we in another top 4 race? How long is it going to take before we start contending for the title? And that's why this window is so important. They fumbled the last 2, and Maresca could still be about to get me top 5 in the Conference League. Go and give him the players that he needs to contend. Otherwise, what are we doing here? So, yeah, that's me on Chelsea.
I think just quickly on this like topic, I do think Maresca need to finish the job now, though.
Yeah.
Like you have to finish top
Yeah.
5 now. In your current state, you have to get top 5 now. Khalas. Like obviously, I know Man United is your bogey team, but as Lewis pointed out, after the Europa, they're gonna be like tired as hell and shit, and they're gonna rest players. So for me, like now, you just have to finish the job. Because I looked at the Premier League table. I think Villa are 3 points behind you. Yes, Villa are 3 points behind you. Forest are 2 points behind you, and you've got a significantly better players than both clubs, to be honest with you. So, Newcastle, fair enough, but it doesn't matter. You finish 4th or 5th, you get UCL anyway, so it just makes no difference at the end of the day. So, for me, I think man says top 5 or everyone has to go. You know what? I hear it, bro. I hear it.
Yes, 'cause that's my only way I'd be happy with Maresca leaving. If the sporting directors go, that's the case. But even then, like, if we get top 5, give him another fucking year.
I've heard you say you want Ocampos though. Are you actually linked to him, or is it a United link more of a United?
No, it's just like he might be leaving PSG, and like with his record of building young teams and turning them into league champions, that's the guy that should be running this club.
He's the guy that signed Desire Doué from Nice, Barcola from Lyon. I wanted Barcola when he was at Lyon, by the way. But he's the guy that signed all these players. So I understand where you're coming from. I do think Campos would be a fantastic sporting director, but we shall see. We shall see.
Hussam, wait. Hussam, do you think Chelsea will make it?
I need Newcastle out the top 4.
Yeah, Habibi, don't tell me what you need. What do you think will happen? They have Newcastle away, Forest away, United at home.
I think Forest have fucked it now. Villa could easily win. Yes, I think Villa could win 3 out of 3. So it depends on the results of the other games. Chelsea, in my opinion, need to get a draw away at St. James's Park minimum. They get a draw away at St. James's Park, I'll say they're gonna get it.
If they get a draw,
it's gonna be 64 points each, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Forest
play Leicester and West Ham. They'll win both.
Yeah, but Forest have struggled against the easy teams this season. You haven't been watching?
No, but not at home against Leicester. Not Leicester. Stop.
But then you've got the top 4 final at the end of the season against Chelsea. I think they get a draw against Newcastle, Chelsea, and they beat United. They're good to go. I
think even if they draw to Chelsea in the last game, if they beat Leicester and West Ham, I think they'll get it. I think if we get knocked out tonight, I don't think Newcastle beat us at the Emirates. And that and Newcastle have difficult away game.
I think Newcastle have the biggest chance of top 4. And then after that, I go Chelsea. And then I go Villa, I go Forest. I think Forest have dropped way too many points. You
didn't mention City.
Yeah, City got it. Better for them anyway.
Yeah, City got it.
Take a conference run.
City got it, by the way. City got it. It's like I don't think City have a problem now.
I think Fulham and Bournemouth are not easy.
Like they got 2 teams fighting for conference.
Yeah, exactly. Fulham and Bournemouth are fighting for something.
I think Forest have the easiest run out of everybody.
Yeah, but I agree. You're saying Fulham and Bournemouth, but you're ignoring the fact that their next game is Southampton away, which is guaranteed win.
They'll win that 100%.
One.
So if they're on 67 points, then even if they draw one of the other games, they're good.
Yeah, because they've even got better goal difference than we do. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I think City
if Newcastle lose,
if
Newcastle lose to Chelsea, I think it's over. I don't think they get it.
Bro, City have a better goal difference than all the teams in contention.
Yeah, they do. But they have to make sure they beat Bournemouth and Fulham. They cannot even draw. Yeah, they can actually draw.
Yeah,
but they have to win.
If they beat Southampton and draw to one of the others, khalas, they're good. Because Newcastle are facing Chelsea. Chelsea is facing Forest as well. Keep this in mind. And Aston Villa. Aston Villa as well have very difficult fixtures. Watch this, because you're talking about Villa. Villa have to go away to Bournemouth, play Spurs at home, and play Man United away. There you go. See?
They'll win 2 of those. They will not lose to Spurs.
That's the funny part.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was thinking as well. And they'll draw to Bournemouth.
Are going to get 6 out of the last 9 points, but it depends what they do against Bournemouth. Anyway, I think this gives us an unbelievable end to the season, top 4 race-wise. Because obviously we didn't have a tighter race.
Nothing else.
Because the mighty LFC done their job in it. Andy's back for blood. I change it. I'm feeling down. Walk 7 miles home, crying. But the team gave it their all. 90 million for Araujo. Anyone? No one is paying 90 million for fucking Araujo. With all due respect, brother.
Just put Christensen in the bag, man. Then we'll talk.
No one is putting 90 million for Araujo, Habibi. I promise you, no one's gonna pay that. So whatever Laporta, corrupt Laporta is cooking over there, he is not. He is. It's gonna be salmonella because no one's gonna pay that much money. Anyway, listen. This has been an absolutely unbelievable stream. Thank you to Lewis for joining us. Thank you to Ashraf. Thank you to LB as well. Big up to Lewis Carefree, Lewis G. Ashraf Talks Football in the description. It's LB more LB in the description. I'm doing a watch along. The stream is going to take you over to it. Carefree Lewis is doing a watch along as well. Ashraf is doing a watch along. LB is doing a watch along. The whole planet is doing a watch along. So check us all out.
Everyone's live and direct for this one.
Yes, with your PSG shirt. Show them I don't think they see the crest. Show them the crest.
Allez Paris. Allez Paris.
If
If they fumble it, this is going straight out the window.
You know, low key from afar, you might not like what I about to say, Lewis, but it looks like the Arsenal away kit. Remember from like 15 years ago, the yellow one?
Oh, yeah.
Like when you do this,
18, 19 Chelsea. Say it's 18, 19 Chelsea. It works with Nike as well.
Yeah. Well, if you sit a bit lower and the people can't see the crest, it literally looks like Arsenal from 15 years ago. Yep. Now, khalas, no doubt anymore. Anyway, love you all and see you guys later, man. Peace out.